Let me use my laptop.
All right, so I'm starting with.
It's Joel on the bed.
Yes, we are. So can you please reduce the volume so I can? And wait, before you go. Alex, just leave the music first. Ayomide, are you there?
Purchase your tracks today.
Ayomide, are you here? Are you hosting or I should go ahead? Are you hosting or I should go ahead?
She sent a message
It's
in
Joel
chat. She said
on
yes.
the bed.
Oh, that you should go ahead.
All right, Alex, please, you
It's Joel on the bed. Purchase your tracks today.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our general class. I like that everyone is joining in now. Can you represent your track and also tell us where you're joining in from? If you can hear me, just drop a message on the chat. Okay, welcome. Represent your track as well so we get to know the number of people that are here. If you know your friends that are supposed to be here and are not here, um, can you please reach out to them and tell them to join because we're about to get started. Um, can you please reach out to them and tell them to join because we're about to get started. All right. So for today, we'll be talking about classroom structure, what you should expect, what your 12 weeks will look like. We'll also get to answer some of your questions, get to give you answers to some of the questions you want to ask. Um, but we'll try as much as possible to make this class as short as possible. So let's get ready. I'll be passing the mic to the Assistant Academy Director, Miss Happiness. Hi, Happiness. Are you here?
I'm here. Anne.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. Good evening, Happiness.
Good evening, Anne. Am I to take over?
Um.
Hello, Anne.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Am I to take over?
Okay. Oh no, not yet. Not yet, please.
All
Not
right.
yet, please. We'll start by introducing our coaches because one of the reasons we are having this meeting today is to introduce our coaches, is to make you meet the is to make you meet the coaches that will be taking your classes, and so you get to familiarize yourself with their names and know who to expect to teach you or take your lectures when your classes start. So we'll be starting with the digital marketing coaches. And for the digital marketing, we have three coaches. We have Coach Prince, we have Coach Favor, and we have Coach Lukman. Hi, Coach Lukman, are you here? Say hi to the students, please. Hi,
Hi
Coach.
everyone, good evening. I'm Lukman.
Okay, good evening everybody. Nice to meet all of you. Welcome to HerTechTrail Cohort 8 first class. This is like the general class. And please, when you're called upon, please just do well to, introduce yourself so the student can get to know you better, right? So don't say, "Oh, my name is Lukman." Who is Lukman, right? So let's get to know who Lukman is. What to expect from you as a coach. What do we expect from you as a coach? The students are here. We have over almost 250 students watching, so let's get to let them know what to expect from you, right, as a coach. So the floor is open. So Anne, please, let's start afresh to introduce the coaches.
Okay, can I?
Yes, please go ahead.
Oh, yes, please go ahead.
All right, good evening everyone. I'm Lukman Adeoti and I am a digital evangelist. And throughout this training session, throughout this cohort, I'm going to be taking some topics of in digital marketing, topics like how we can conduct some market research, how we can understand the concept of funnel breeding, in-depth market research for our clients because most of us we are going to be working with clients or even some brands, organizations. So also I'm going to be walking us through the concept of building buyer persona. What is buyer persona? Buyer persona captures all the things our target audience are actually what interested in and their pain points, how we can craft our content in a way that they are going to be syncing with our target audience. So, like for instance, another topic I'm going to be addressing is how we can identify our target audience. Where do they normally spend their time? What is their demographic? Are they male? Are they females? Are they mothers? Are they fathers? So after that, I'm going to be introducing us to search engine optimization and mobile marketing. How we can run social search engine marketing in order to target our potential customers. You know, that's very, very crucial. And then I'm going to be taking us through the web design for digital marketers as well. How you can build your websites from scratch using CMS, for example, using WordPress. So during the course of this training, I'm going to be walking us through those critical topics of digital marketing. And my hope is that it's going to be a memorable one that at the end of the day, everyone will say, wow, they are very, very happy they took part of this particular training. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time.
Thank you, Coach Lukman. It's good to have you, and I'm very sure the digital marketing students will get to learn a lot from you. Thank you very much. So we'll be moving to the next track. The other coaches for digital marketing are not here, but hopefully they get to join us soon. We'll be moving to the next track, and that track is the data analytics track. So we'll call on Coach Wofi. Coach Wofi will introduce herself and also introduce the other coaches that are in the data analytics track. Hi, Coach Wofi.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Please, can you hear me?
Loud and
Yes, I
clear.
can.
Okay, perfect. Hello, ladies. Good evening. My name is Wofai Ayung, and I am a data analytics coach. I will be handling the starter class. I'll be focused majorly on SQL for the data track. Yeah, it's so good to have you guys here, and I'm very sure that you're going to enjoy your time with us. You're going to learn a lot, and specifically for those in the data track, by the time you're done, you know how to carry out end-to-end analysis and how to approach real-world situations. So I'm pretty certain that you're going to have a nice time with us here in HerTechTrail. So we have in the data track we have two. I have two other coaches here, Coach GB and Coach Imabong. So please, Coach GB, are you here?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Okay,
Hi.
yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, yeah, sure. Hi everyone. Bola Adebayo. I am a data visualization developer, and throughout this course, I'll be taking like visualization with Tableau specifically as a tool, and I'm sure we'll have fun visualizing, building amazing dashboards, and getting to improve like our analytical skills. So nice to meet everyone, and just to see you.
Thank you so much, Coach GB. Thank you, Coach Imabong. Please, are you here?
Yes, good
Okay,
evening.
perfect.
Hello, everyone. My name is Imalbong Njoko. I'm a data analyst and I'm going to be focusing mostly on the starter track. I'm going to be teaching Microsoft Excel. So it's a tool that most of us are familiar with, but not everybody knows how to leverage its full potential. So that's why I'm going to teach the data analyst how to analyze data, how to build data visualizations using Microsoft Excel. Welcome to HerTechTrail Cohort 8, and I'm looking forward to learning with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Coach.
And
Thank you,
okay,
Coach Imabon. Thank you, Coach Imabon. And thank you, Coach Wofi. So we'll be moving to the next track, and that's going to be the front end development track. And for that track, we'll be calling on Coach Princess Maggie. She will be the one to introduce the other coaches that are in the track. Hi, Coach Maggie.
Hi everyone, good evening. Okay, my name is Magdalene. I'm a software developer and I'm the lead coach for the web development track. So I'll be working alongside four other coaches. For the starter track, we have Broma Gift. So hi Gift, are you here with us?
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name
Good
is
evening.
Eleanor Gifts Chibroma, and I'll be taking us front end starter track. I'll be introducing us to Git, Bootstrap, and JavaScript. So nice to have everyone here. Welcome to Cohort 8.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much, Gift. I'm sure the students are more than ready to have you take them those topics. Okay, the other coach we have for the starter track is Jane. Hi, Jenna.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Jane, so I'll be working alongside with Gifts to take the starter track, and hopefully, at the end of the cohort, you'll be able to build your first static website.
Yay! Thank you. All right, thank you so much, Jane. For the pro track, we have Blessing. Blessing is not on the call right now, and we have Daniel. Hi, Daniel.
All right. Good day, everybody. Hope you all are doing fine. My name is Daniel Emmanuel. I'll be taking you guys on the pro web development. So we're going to be going through advanced HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then React.js. You're all welcome, and I hope you all have a great time on this cohort. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Daniel. All right, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Coach Maggie. So let's just deviate a bit. Let's go back to the digital marketing coach. One of the coaches you'll be seeing very often in your classes is Prince, Coach Prince, and Coach Prince is here presently. Hi, Coach Prince. Can you say hello to the students and just say one or two things? Hi, Coach. Can you hear me?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Prince Osita. So, I'm one of the coaches for digital marketing track. I'll be taking you through introduction to digital marketing, social media management, content creation, SEO, and others. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all in class. It's going to be an exciting class, definitely. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Coach Prince, and I hope the digital marketing students are ready for you. So let's move to the next track, and that will be the product management track. For the product management, I'll be saying hello to the coaches myself. We have Coach Emanuela for the starter track. We also have Coach Faith Benigo for the starter track. Then for the pro track, we have Coach Esther, Coach Sheung, and Coach Gloria. But presently, we have just Coach Faith here. So, hi, Coach Faith. Can you say hello?
Hello, everyone. My name is Faith, and I'll be taking the starter track. I'll be taking us through the introductions and then the overview of the software development lifecycle. And I really can't wait to meet you all in the starter track. And I'm sure we are all going to have fun learning.
Thank you, Coach Faith. So, we have another coach from the product management track, Coach Tolu. Okay, are you here? Hi, Coach. Can you say hello?
Yes. Hi, good evening. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. My name is Tolulope, and I'll be taking the pro class. I can't wait for us to get to class. I'm excited about this. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Tolu. Then we have a very senior coach that will also be taking the product management track. You won't get to see much of her, just maybe one or two classes. That's our founder, Coach Gloria Ojuku. Hi, Miss Gloria.
Hi, thank you so much, Anne. Hello, everybody. So, I'm gonna be taking you, on some classes in product management, and just expect to. What I would say shouldn't scare you. It should just prepare you, right? Prepare to get your hands dirty. We are not here to. We are not going to be here to play. We are going to be here to work. And I think it shouldn't scare you. It should actually like prepare you. Like, so a lot of people think product management is all about theory. But with me, you're gonna get your hands so dirty, right? So that'll be all for now. I'll be meeting in class. Thank you.
Okay, let me just prepare your mind. Anytime Coach Gloria is taking classes, just make sure that you have like your devices are properly charged, your network is stable because it's always a practical class. And believe me, you have a lot of things to go back home with. So we're moving down to the next track, and that's the product design track. And for that, we have Coach Alex. Hi, Coach Alex. Is it here? Yes, we can. Hi, thank you, Coach Alex. I'm very sure the students can't wait to start learning. So let's go to the next track, and that will be the UI UX design. For that track, we have Coach Claire and Coach Ayomide. Hi, Coach Claire. Yeah, yeah. I'm very sure the students can't wait. Okay. So you can go ahead now.
All right, so I noticed that my mic was muted on the streaming application, so I'll just go ahead to reintroduce myself. Hello, everyone. My name is Chibayim Alex. Maybe I can just turn on my camera so that way everyone can hear and also like to see Alex as well. Just give me 1 second. Okay. All right, I think it's working. Yeah. All right. My name is Chibayim Alex. I'm the product design coach for this cohort. That's the cohort 8. And beyond just drawing rectangles and drawing circles in Figma, I'm going to show and also um, take us on how we can solve problems beyond just design and also thinking about the business aspect, development aspect when we're coming up with designs for whatever project they were working on. So those are the things we're going to cover in this course. Thinking about the business side of the project or the product that we're building, thinking about development, just putting these two things into perspective. Why we are so putting the user at the center of our design process. So those are the things that we're going to cover in this cohort. So I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you that actually signed up for the product design track, and I can't wait for us to have a class. So over to you, Aaron.
Thank you, Coach Alex. So we'll be moving to the next track, and that will be the UI UX design. For that, we'll be calling on Coach Claire and Coach Ayomide. Are they here? Hi, Coach Claire.
Hi, Anne. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. Hi, everyone. Special hi to the designers. My name is Claire. I will be I will be taking the UI UX class, this cohort with Coach Ayomide. And in this cohort, we'll be learning how to properly understand our users and also properly understand the problem that we are trying to solve, find out the pains that our users face, and then use Figma. Figma is a software that I'm sure that all of you are familiar with since you did the fitness test or the introductory tests. So we would use Figma to design something that the developer will be able to develop, design the product that we have planned throughout our research process. That's basically what we are going to be doing in this cohort. So thanks everybody. I'm excited to have you guys here. I hope that by the end of this cohort, you would have learned how to properly use Figma as a tool to design codable, developable products. Coach,
Hmm.
please go ahead.
Hi, Coach Ayomide. Are you here?
Yes, yes, I'm here. So, I would like to say special hi to the design learners on YouTube and also the design coaches here. And hi, like another hi to people. So, here I'll be coaching about color theories and also major important concepts that people tend to forget but are very important as a designer in the UI UX track. Um, like we've said earlier, the main software that we'll be using is Figma, and no, you cannot use your phone for Figma. So when you are into this track, we're going to put you through. I think Coach Claire has done most of the basic introduction of what we'll put you through while you are in the UI UX design track. But I'd also like to add that we would also be teaching you the basic concepts. We'll also be teaching you the little things that would make work easier for you as a designer. So enjoy. We hope that you enjoy your stay here. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Ayomide. So we'll be moving to the next track, and that is video editing. For video editing, your coach will be Coach Faith. But Coach Faith is presently not here, but you get to meet him in class. So let's move to the next track, which is the graphics design. For the graphics design, we have Coach Victory and Coach Esther. Presently, we have Coach Esther on the call. Hi, Coach Esther. Can you say hi to the students?
Hi everyone, good evening to you. All right, so my name is Esther Akodu, and I will be taking the graphic design track alongside Coach Victory. And we're super excited to get started with this course because it's going to be an amazing ride. And also, you would be learning how to create magic with Canva. We're going to be using the Canva to create beautiful, amazing, and compelling designs. Whether you're using your smartphone or your PC, you're going to be able to create these designs on your own. And also, the amazing part is you learn also to create videos even with Canva. So this is amazing, and I really can't wait to have you in class. Thank you so much. I'm excited to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Esther. Even with your voice, I think I'll be joining your class too. Thank you, Coach Esther. All right. Thank you, everybody. So, moving to the next thing on our agenda, and that would be listening to our founder, Ms. Gloria Ojukwu, tell us what the class structure will be like. So, she will just get to show us one or two things or what to expect during our classes. And I'm passing the phone to her right now. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Gloria. Um, Gloria, if you're speaking, we can't hear you. So let's give her a minute to join us. While we wait for her, can you show me your excitement for us to know if you're excited about your upcoming classes? What coach would you like to take your first class? So for the product managers, who would you want to see? Design community, who would you want to see in your class? Web dev, the data queens. Okay, somebody is looking forward to the class with Coach Esther. Okay. So while we wait for Miss Gloria to join us, Alex, can you please give us some music to move our body a bit?
HGC. It's Joel on the bed. Purchase your tracks today. HGC. It's Joel on the bit. Purchase your tracks today. HGC. It's Joel on the bit.
Okay, I can see everybody really liked that sound. So, Coach Gloria is here and she'll be taking over. Hi, Gloria.
Hi, Anne. Thank you for your patience. Hi, everybody. Hi, tech trailers. If you're on this call, you're a tech trailer, right? So, hi, tech trailers. I hope, please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So, this is cohort 8, and we are going to be basically going through what the journey would look like for you. Although I know that for different individuals, you have like unique, we basically have like unique experiences, right? By the end of the cohort, how it went for me might be different for how it would go for the other person. But in general, the experiences are alike, the experiences are, similar, okay, for everyone. So I'm gonna be moving forward. So this is a 3 months learning experience, right? As you can see on my screen, learning tech skill today. 3 months learning scholarship, right? And right now we have around 8 tracks, right? We have data analytics, product management, UI UX, product design, digital marketing, graphic design, and video editing, right? And yeah, I think I've mentioned product management. So wherever you are, you're going to be learning for 3 months, either in the starter track or in the pro class. So for some of you, you're like, this is gonna be your 6th month because you were here in the starter track, right? And then before I move forward, I really want to, especially for those of you who are just joining us, you weren't here in the starter track, I really want to be sure that you you basically understand why we are here or what we are here to do. At the beginning of, I think, during the onboarding period or during application, some people were asking, oh, can I learn 2 courses? Can I learn 3 courses? No, my dear, you cannot, right? Because you should be asking yourself, how long do I need to the question should be, how long would I dedicate to be very good with my chosen track, not if you can learn more than one track. In as much as you're very brilliant, you're smart, you cannot learn more than one tech or digital skill at a time, except you already have some kind of like you're trying to brush up. For example, I'm a product management. I'm a product manager before I speak gibberish. I'm a product manager, right? And I'm trying to upskill in my technical skills, like probably like coding or data analytics. But that doesn't really mean that I'm learning 2 things. It means I'm already somehow okay with product management, and I'm trying to like upskill in another, like something that will better my current skill, or maybe I'm trying to transition. Probably I've done product management for like sometimes and like some time, and I feel like okay, it's time for me to try something else. Those things happen, okay? Especially if you've not really found your niche. But in as much as this happens, don't get into that hole of, oh, you try this one, you try the other one. I think you should do a proper research and actually know what your personality aligns with before, like, that basically like limits the number of trials and errors that you would encounter, instead of like basically trying to like go everywhere, right? So that's basically, I'm trying to tell you that, what am I trying to tell you yet? So before I start preaching, I'm trying to tell you that in as much as tech is sweet and all of that, you can't do everything at the same time. Just focus on one, right? Tech is like very wide, so focus on one thing in that very wide space and get good at it. Get good at it to the point that you become like an authority in that field, right? It is better to be an authority. Anytime we mention product management, we mention Faith, we mention Anne, right? Than you're everywhere, right? You're everywhere, you're learning so many things. That way you can't necessarily make something out of it. Okay, so that's one. Now, HerTechTrail basically have been doing this for almost 4 years now, right? When I say almost 4 years, I actually mean 4 years, because we'll be 4 years in like 4 days. Oh, I'm a good rapper, right? I will be 4 years in like 4 days. Okay, so we'll be 4 years on the 29th of November. Okay, so we've been doing this for like 4 years now, and we've trained thousands of black women, our amazing coaches, from all over the world. They've been very instrumental to making this possible. Okay, and if you look very well, you will see that we operate on scholarship, in the sense that you're only paying your application fee. I mean, I know that some of you are not very conversant with the tech space, but if you are, you would know that what you're getting here is like free. Okay, check other academies, check other um other institutions that do similar things. You see that comparing to what the kind of value you get at the end of the day, your the class is free. Okay, you only get to pay for your application, because it takes a lot to put all these things together. Okay, so the average cost of learning a tech skill as at now in 2023 is from, if you're a Nigerian, I'm going to say it in Naira first, and I'm going to say it in dollars for our international learners. So it ranges from 100,000 Naira, and I'm not talking about those 5 days boot camp, or become a data analytics billionaire in 2 days. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about thorough structural learning, right? The average time it takes you to learn a tech skill and actually learn it well is between 100,000 Naira and above a million, depending on where you're learning from. Okay. And then if you're an international learner, say you're paying in dollars, the average time it take not time, the average cost it takes for you to learn a tech skill is between, I would also say, $100 to over $3,000, depending on where you're learning from. Okay, so that basically tell you that okay, for some of you, this is like your 6th month. For some of you, this is gonna be like your first 3 months and all of that. So this is because this is for us, this is a passion project. Most of your coaches here, if not all, have six-figure dollar jobs, right? Even if they don't have like six-figure dollar jobs, most of them work with companies that operate like international organizations and all of that, either as a freelancer or as a contractor or as a full-time employee. What does that tell you? Money is not their problem, right? Even if money is not their problem, it is not from, even if money is their problem, it's not from HerTechTrail they will make the kind of money they need, because you people are not paying that kind of money that will give them that kind of money. Okay, so this is a passion project for everybody here, for all of us. Some people have two jobs, some of your coaches have two jobs, but they still bring out time to do this because they love impacting knowledge. So for us here, it is about the passion, it is about impacting the next generation of women. Some of your coaches here were students of architecture, right? So some of them, they are trying to give back, to the community that gave them what they have today. Okay. So that is for us. I think I've been able to establish the fact that this is a passion project for us. And we really love what we do. We are in love with what we do. Okay. So I'm going to be moving forward now. So welcome to officially, I think this is the first time I'm saying it on this call, right? Welcome to Cohort 8, Architectural Academy, Cohort 8, a virtual learning, a virtual learning experience. So this is, like I earlier said, it's a 3 months journey, right? And these are gonna be the things that we need you to, to come along. We need you to come along with these things that I'm about to mention. Okay, so it is really important that you pay keen attention to what we are saying today. Okay, so what do we need you to bring along? The first one would be smartness. Okay, I know that we are all smart, we are all intelligent, but sometimes it seems like some of us, we live as, because you've heard that, oh, you're going to be you're going to be you're going to be coached for 3 months. Then we tend to leave some of our smartness at home, hoping to be spoon fed, hoping to be babied. I know we are all adults. I believe everybody here is at least 14 years old. At least 14 years old. I know we have like some teenagers, 15, 16, but there are very few. Most of us here are more than 18 years old. So we expect that general level of smartness that, an adult should have. Okay, that's first of all. Then we also expect that level of smartness that a tech enthusiast should have. Now, what do I say by tech enthusiasts? Generally, tech people are smart people. One of the things that you're going to benefit from this learning experience is not just, oh, I got a job, oh, I'm going to get probably a laptop or a data support or stuff like that. Those things are good. But your personality is going to experience a mind shift, okay, in terms of things like creativity, smartness, and all of that. So by the end of, in fact, you won't even wait. I believe like we are not going to wait till the end of the cohort. After the first week, you will see the change in your life. So for some of you, your husband will be so proud. Your mom, your sisters, your brothers, your children, they would basically notice the difference, even though they don't say it. Okay, so tech people are generally smart people. So there are things we expect that you do on your own. Things like quick researches, things something that you don't know. We expect that, just like a brief definition. Go to Google. Google is free and search for it. Although we have coaches here that coach you with our structured learning curriculum and all of that, but as adults, and as, I'm not going to call you potential tech people because I know you're already tech people, you're tech trailers. You're not just tech guys, you're not just tech women, you're also tech trailers. You're going to be trailing the path for upcoming tech people very soon. Okay, so we expect that you're smart. You do things, without you do some things without being told. You know, for some of you, I know like there are some things we are supposed to provide for you, but the truth is that the people who would be easily recognized are those people who go above and beyond. Okay, so let's say you're stuck on how to use Google Classroom. You can actually just go to YouTube and search, oh, how do I submit my assignment? Instead of just waiting and not submitting your assignment. And then when someone actually said, oh, I don't know how to submit my assignment, those things, those information are everywhere. You go to Google and type, how do I submit assignment as a student on Google Classroom? You're going to see those things. Even though I'm going to be showing you here. But the amazing thing is that even after showing you here, I know some people who will still encounter issues, probably people that are not here or people that don't basically listen to what I'm saying now. So it's very important. Smartness is not all about, being a genius. It's all about like taking basic notes of what is being said, what is expected of you. Like these are like basics actually. Okay, we are not saying you should become what's his name, Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg, right? Just like basics. Okay, so the second one would be creativity. This is also very similar to being smart. Okay, but creativity goes, beyond that, explaining or basically telling on you. If you're creative, creativity is more like um I know some people have creativity naturally, right? Creativity is not about draw. It's not all about drawing, fine art, and all of that. Creativity can just mean you leveraging your thinking abilities, right? To don't just give out what your coach expects from you. Sometimes go above and beyond and do the extra. Okay. Now, why are these things important? These things are important because you're going to help yourself learn faster when you have this trait or when you develop yourself to have this trait. Some people are naturally creative, but creativity is something that can be learned. You know, creativity, there's nobody out there that can say, oh, I can never be creative. Creativity is something that anybody can learn, to be like how to exhibit. Okay, so creativity, smartness, diligence, very important. Don't wait till, okay, you have your curriculum and then you take your first class. Don't wait till the next class before you open whatever environment you're learning on. If you're a designer, you're using the Figma app to learn, don't wait till the next week before you start opening your Figma, or maybe when there's an assignment. Always be diligent, always be hardworking. Tech is one industry. I don't know about other industries, but I know that basically in every industry, for you to stand out, you have to be diligent. And tech is no, like, you have to also be that in tech. So you have to be very, very, very diligent. I know some people feel like, oh, it's a remote. My target is to get a remote job. My target is to work virtually and all of that. So they feel like, okay, because they are not leaving their houses, for some of you, you start your first task in the morning without even brushing your teeth, without eating your meal, without dressing up, so because you feel like, oh, I'm gonna be staying at home to be doing it. So there's this misconception, that tech is very, you don't need to work so much hard. Like, you don't need to work hard, you can just lie on your bed and work. That's the misconception that some people have, but it is not like that. Okay, you have to be very diligent. You have to be. So that's why the curriculum is there for you. Don't always wait till your coach starts teaching a particular topic. If you're very grounded in the present topic, do well to go to the next one, right? Do things that basically people will know that, okay, this person is diligent. Okay, I don't know how you exhibit diligence, but if you're very diligent, especially when you're committed to a course, it will show. Okay, don't wait till your assignment due date before you submit, right? These are like some of the ways you can, tell us that you're very um you're very diligent, you're very hardworking. Okay, now in as much as this is also good for you, it can also rub off on the next person. Iron sharpens iron. Okay, where some I've seen people become better just because of the person by their side, how the person comes out, how the person works hard. You can just be motivating and influencing the next person without even knowing it. Okay, so the next one will be collaboration. One of the things that will teach you is not just hard skills. We might not teach you directly, oh, these are the steps you collaborate, oh, this is what to do to collaborate, but just from the activities that you're going to be exposed to, or you're going to be required to partake in, you're going to learn most of these soft skills. Please confirm you can still hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, collaboration. So some of the things like you seeing yourself in a group, you doing your capstone project with other people, you like basically working in a group. So aside collaboration, like there are other things that you're also going to learn, but we expect that you bring this one with you. I know there are some people that don't know how to work with other people. It's not like they don't even know how to. For some people, they don't even like to do that. Okay, but we want you to do that in this cohort. We want you to be able to work with other people, because in the real life situations, this is exactly how you're going to work. If you're employed in a company, you're not going to work alone. Even if you're the only staff in that company, you have the organization founder to deal with. Okay, so your ability to learn how to work with different personalities, with different people from different and diverse backgrounds, is really important. Okay, so we expect you to basically learn or know how to collaborate and work with other people. If you're not very good at it, you're going to learn it. Okay, you're going to learn it, but don't quarrel with somebody before you learn it. Okay. So the next one would be attention to details. Okay, I know we are busy, we have other of our jobs, we have our businesses that we are dealing with, we have family, we have friends and all of those, but we expect that you pay attention to details. Like everything I'm saying here now, you see that some people will still ask questions, and the funny thing, they are here in this call, but they will still ask questions. Now, this call is recorded, okay, and it will be announced that it is recorded. But some people will not go and watch it. Some people will come and ask Anne. Some people will come and ask Happiness. Oh, how does this one work? Meanwhile, it has been explained severally. Okay, there's even a video that explains how to do it, and it has been shared to you. And then you even have someone beside you that have done it severally. But I don't know, paying attention to details is very, very, very important. That way you stress us less, because you're already like doing the work of coaching you, of teaching you. So that way you make the work of your coaches easier. Okay, and then you actually exhibit a better character as a person, as an adult. Okay, so the next one will be empathy. We are from diverse backgrounds. Okay, I know that if you're in the community, you already know that um there are some things that are not allowed, like using rude words, insulting people, quarreling. We don't take those things. If we notice you do those kind of things, you can lose your scholarship. You can as well you can lose your membership from HerTechTrail. So we don't condone those kind of um attitude. So it's really important that you have empathy. the next person beside you is dealing with something, right? It's just that everybody will not, nobody will come and start telling us, things about their personal life. So it's really important that you deal with empathy when you're dealing with the next person. Sometimes, not sometimes, every time, put yourself in the person's shoe before you act. Okay, the way you talk, the way you behave, make sure that you spread love, basically. Okay, so have empathy and make the environment a safe space for every one of us to be in and learn. Okay, the next one would be good conduct. Good conduct. So I think like good conduct basically generalize basically like summarizes everything that I've been saying, right? Just be of good conduct. You're not here to just learn design or development or data analytics. You're here to learn in character as well. You're here to learn character as well. So it's really important that that you're in good conduct. Okay, so learning hashtags. Our learning hashtags would be why is this hanging? Give me a minute, please. So our learning hashtags would be HerTechTrail, hashtag HerTechTrail, hashtag Women in Tech, and hashtag Academy, which is also known as HTTA. Okay, so just give me a minute. Let me know what's happening. Okay, so please confirm you can see my screen now.
We can't see it.
Ooh, okay. What about now?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So the first hashtag is HTT Cohort 8, right? That's her Tech Trail Cohort 8, her Tech Trail, then her Tech Trail Academy, and then Women in Tech. Okay, so when you're learning, I know that yeah, these are like the general hashtags. So when you're learning, depending on the track that you're in, you can also add those hashtags that are particular to your different tracks. I know there's this products management hashtag. If you're learning products management, there is data analytics hashtag, right? So by the time you start learning, you will start by the time you start posting things on social media, you get to know those hashtags. Okay, so learning days, we learn basically weekends, Saturdays and Sunday, 3 hours, and then recorded version any day you're disposed to listen to those recordings. Do well to go through them, right? If I were you, I would learn every day. This is just general, like my slide shows general. If I were you, I would learn every day. Learn every day. Don't just say, oh, our classes are weekends. So for those of you that might have makeup classes, sometimes you might learn during the week. If something happened during your class, probably it wasn't complete, and your coach wants to like make it up for you just see yourself learning during the week. Aside that, every other learning during the week would depend on how much commitment you're able to give to that learning or to your learning. Okay, so standing out, I think I've said some of the things that will make you stand out because we give recognitions, and then when the time comes, some people will be asking, how do they always select this person for maybe Protege of the Week, you know, best graduating students, first runner up, winner, second runner up. So it is things like this. It's gonna be things that this I'm gonna be mentioning now that'll make you stand out. Okay, these are the things that will make the academy to easily recognize you. Everybody is, when you start learning, you see that the classes are very competitive. In a class right now, we might have 100 students, and out of that 100 students, you see that everybody, like up to like 60 to 70 people, are competing like closely. Maybe at the end of an assignment, you see that this person scored 98, this person scored 96, this person scored 94. So the competition is there, right? But it's not just about scores. There are other things that we look at, to single you out from the crowd. Okay, so I'm going to be mentioning them now. So submit all assignments on or before due date. So for example, you might be very good. Maybe you always submit your assignments 2 days after the due date, and then you score 100, but you didn't submit on time. There were people who submitted before you. So things like that. So submit your assignments, on time, and then contribute to discussions and answer questions in class. There are some people that are very good, right? But they are shy. So every yoke of shyness is broken right now. Say amen. Okay. So we don't expect you to be so to yourself and all of that. So we expect you. I know your fire is burning, right? But if you don't show us, we wouldn't know. It will be hidden. So help the next person solve a problem, help the next person answer a question in class. These are the things that will, basically bring you out. Okay. So don't be shy. Everybody here is unique. So your style is different from the next person's style. So don't compare yourself with the next person. Just be yourself, but then bring out yourself so that we see it. Okay, contribute to answer questions, contribute to discussions. Sometimes the students might ask questions on Slack channel, and then you have an answer to that question. Do not keep it to yourself. Share the answers. Okay, share your own, like share what you know about the question. So be a good team player. I think I've said this severally. Do not just stay on your own. Nobody's an island. Just try as much as you can to be a good team player. These things are easily noticed, believe me, right? But if you're good but nobody's seeing that you're good, then you're just gonna be there. And then this also applies to even in real life. This is actually real life. What am I saying? Yeah, this is actually real life. But even out there, aside her texture, this also applies. There are people even in your workplace. This is a secret I'm giving you now. I only share this information during my one-on-one, my paid one-on-one with people during consultation classes. But even in your workplaces, you need to show what you're doing. Sometimes your boss might be too busy to notice what you're doing. The person that you're reporting to, like your direct manager, might be too busy. It is left for you to always sell your market. Okay, sell your market. I'm talking to Nigerians now, because that slang is mainly for Nigeria. But whether you're Nigerian or not, this is basically what I'm saying. Um, when you do something, I'm not saying you should carry bell and start announcing that you've done something, but basically, be able to say that, be able to present your work in such a way that it doesn't go unnoticed. That's basically what I'm saying. Okay, so that's that. Then share your work online and share captivating stories around it, right? I know some of you, this is gonna be your first time that you start, tweeting. For some of you don't even have Twitter accounts, and then maybe by the end of today, some of you will go and create um Twitter accounts and all of that. LinkedIn. I think the best places to be as a tech person, especially starting out, would be LinkedIn and Twitter. Facebook are for your village people that are trying to know whether you're progressing. That's where you find those are the people you find on Facebook. But if you want to grow in your career, okay, on LinkedIn and on Twitter is where you need to be very, very active, right? Then when you Instagram to on Twitter, how to share your work in such a way that it doesn't it's not just there, right? Learn how to use the right words that will bring in your audience. It's one thing to learn a tech skill, it's another thing to market yourself. These two things are different things. That's why you see some people, they learn after 6 months they are getting jobs. Some people, they learn, they have to wait till after 1 year. Sometimes the difference is in how they sell themselves. Okay, so learn how to share your work, how to, sometimes you can use relatable stories, like one of the people that really knows how to do that very well is Wofi. Wofi is one of your coaches. We call her the data queen. Even before she became your coach, she was also a student in her tech trail. The way she just used storytelling, if you go to Twitter and look for Wofi, you understand what I'm saying. So these are like ways you can easily get opportunities, okay, by learning how to share your work online and basically learning how to sell yourself. Excuse me. Then what is our grading system? I know some of you do not know this. So in time assignment submissions will be 70%. So overall, we are gonna be giving you 100%, right? But then in time class attendance 10%. This is what makes up the 100%. Then teamwork and collaboration 10%. Composure and etiquette 10%. Then for you to be able to graduate, we expect that you get at least 70% out of the 100 for you to graduate successfully. Okay, so when the time comes, don't come and say, "Oh, where's my certificate?" When you know fully well that you scored 68, or you will not say it's not just only 2 marks. No, those 2 marks are very important. Okay, don't just say it is only, it's not just only 2 marks. No. So now that you've known, now to be very honest with you, getting 70% in her tech show is not rocket science. Basically, what you need to do is to follow all your topics that you're taught, ensure that you understand them. Your coaches are very flexible. If you do not understand them, ensure you reach out. Ensure you reach out to those people that are ahead of you in class, not because they are smarter than you, but because probably they're putting more commitment. So sometimes if you just put in more commitment, you will also get there. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is reach out to those people that are doing that you feel like they are doing better. Most times it's obvious that they are doing better. Okay, so reach out to those people, form relationships, create relationships. Everybody here like is an asset. People here today, they might not have blown, but tomorrow they will blow. So some people here just only takes one job for them to blow, for everybody, actually, not for some people. So take relationships very important. Tomorrow, people here might be working in Google. Some of them might even get to start their own organizations and they will start hiring and all of that. So form relationships so that when the time comes, because basically if I want to recommend someone, I'll first of all look around my circle. Who is good with product management around my circle? I'll mention Anne, I'll mention Faith. Who is good with web development around my circle? I'll mention Maggie, I'll mention other people that I know. But if I don't know you, I cannot just come out and start recommending you for something. Okay, so that's why it's good to create relationships, and don't create relationships because you're interested in getting favor from these people. Create relationships because you're genuinely interested in creating relationships. Okay, it has to be genuine. Okay, so that's that. So this is our grading system. So ensure that you get at least 70% before, like for you to be able to graduate. Okay, so these are the people that get this certificate. Most people, you see them scoring 94 as cumulative average. So that's to tell you that 70 is, you have to work hard, but it's not something you cannot do. Then also note that your cumulative average is not the same as your capstone project score, because we have this issue with some students at the end of the class. They feel that they think that maybe they scored 75 on like in their capstone project, and then I mean, yeah, in their capstone project, but their total cumulative average was about 65. So they would think that they merit the certificate, meanwhile they didn't. So they are not the same thing. Okay, they are not the same thing. They are different. Sometimes you need, like, not sometimes, you need to make sure that you finish all assignments. If you finish five, let's say your assignments in total are five, and then you finish four of them and you skipped one, your cumulative average is around 90 something, even though you have 90 something as cumulative average. But because you missed one assignment, you would not get your certificate. Hope this is not so harsh. This is because we want you to be able to defend your certificate out there, right? Your certificate is just a plus. The main thing here is what you can do, right? The certificate is just there too. So if you're not able to do an assignment, you shouldn't get your certificate, because how do you prove that you actually can do what is in that assignment? Okay, so hope you understand why we do this. It's also very important for you. It's for your own good. Then, what are the general learning tools that we use here? The first one is the Google Meet, just like we are now. Okay, we are not on Google Meet, you're actually on YouTube, but we are streaming to you from Google Meet. Okay, so in your classes, you're going to be using the Google Meet to learn. Okay, so your coach, most times you actually think that you're learning physically because of how practical our classes are. Get ready. I know I said get ready if you're in products management, but these are my special people. But then generally, get ready for practicals. People like Claire are here to drill you. People like Wofi, people like Prince, people like a lot of all our coaches are practical oriented. Okay, so ensure that you're ready. If you know that it is your laptop you're using to learn, don't go and give your laptop to your cousin in the village and then come and start learning with your phone. Or maybe it's now that somebody in your, maybe one grandmother in your village will now swallow machete and you have to sell your laptop. Those things will not happen in Jesus' name. But I'm just saying, get ready to basically get any tool that is required of you, because we are very practical oriented. Okay, so we use the Google Meet, we use the Google Classroom. In a jiffy, I'm going to show you what it looks like. And then we also have the Slack. So these are like the things that you're going to be using to learn. I'm almost done. I know it's like I'm preaching right now, but I'm almost done. So we have a lot of success stories. If I start telling you success stories, we will not live here today. Like, even some of them are your coaches are the success stories that we have. But I'm gonna be reading out some of these success stories. So this is NK. NK did, I think, cohort 5, no, cohort 4 with us. She did UI UX. So she says, sometime last year I started my journey in tech. Mind you, she's a mom and I had to feature her daughter because she's so beautiful. And I know that right now she would be like a lot more grown than this. So this was her when her mom was learning UI UX. Okay. So sometimes last year I started my journey in tech, then I fell pregnant. I was on my own, no passing, then I fell pregnant. Oh, okay. I was still on the journey, attending classes and doing assignments. Then project came and I don't know what whispered to me that it will be easier after I deliver. I fell out of the tech path. To cut the long story short, I'm back on the tech wagon. Is it easier? Not at all. It's actually way harder now. I have to be removing sticky fingers from my screen, but I'm going to stick it out this time. This is telling myself, don't throw it in the towel. My first assignment in my new journey. Now, why did I share this as a success story? I know some of you might be expecting, oh, I got a job. In as much as we have a lot of those stories, but I decided not to share those ones because sometimes success is not all about getting a $5,000 job. It is not just all about you know building a house for your stepmom that hated you when you were small. It is not now that you've grown, you desire to forgive her. It's not all about that. Okay. So success sometimes can be found in struggles, in challenges. This was a nursing mom. I know she's still a nursing mom. This is a nursing mom that was she had a lot to deal with. It's not really easy learning something with a baby. Okay, but she was able to do it. The success story here is that she did not quit. That's the success story. She got tired and she had to take a break. She had to rest. So when you get tired, do not quit. Rest more and then continue. Actually, with some things that are not like usual. I know nursing for women, nursing babies for women, it doesn't happen all the time. Probably the first 5 to 10 years, the first 1 to 10 years of your married life. So it doesn't always happen. It's not something that happen if you're to stay 8 years in this world. It's not something that will happen 8 years of your life. So just like a fraction of your life. So we are not really so much used to it, especially people that have not even started the journey. And this was like her first baby. So you could see how challenging it would have been for her, but she still persevered to be there. Okay. So just don't quit. Except tech is not what you're here for, right? But if you're here for tech, don't quit. And I believe that you can, no matter the challenges that you're having, family, friends, no matter what the challenge is, you can actually, do this. Okay. So the second one is this was a long time ago. I captured this from LinkedIn. Okay. So she just shared this for some of you that have started, this was her fitness test. Okay. So she said, it is a great day to announce that I'll be learning UI UX design with her tech show. The fitness test was a to create a crypto homepage. At first, I remembered how I had invested and lost money in crypto last year in order to cash out. So basically, this is not really like a success story, but I just wanted to tell you how she used success story. I mean, not success story, how she used storytelling to capture her audience. So don't just say my first fitness test as if you're learning how to talk. This is it. Bye. No. Learn how to captivate your audience with storytelling. Okay. So I think that would be it. So rewards. Um just give me a minute, please. I'm coming, please. Okay, what are the rewards? I know we are not really necessarily rewarding you because you learned. We are not rewarding you. We are not going to be rewarding you with a laptop because you learned in her tech trail. Okay, it's just like this is just for the lucky ones. So it's not like when you don't get the laptop now you start crying that we hate you. No, we don't hate you. It's just that it's lucky, the lucky ones, because we don't have enough resources to buy for everyone. Believe me, if we had enough resources to buy for everyone, we'll buy for everyone. Okay, but because it's just few people that are lucky, I'll be lucky to get the laptop. Okay, so the protege of the week. So at the end of the week, those things that I mentioned about you, about you being outstanding, those are the criteria we're going to use to select the proteges of the week, right? So the proteges of the week are outstanding students for that week. Okay, so would recognize you every week on Slack and social media. Then we also have a badge award for the best graduating students. The in this best graduating student category, we have three categories. We have first runner up, second runner up, and the winner. Okay, so every other person. Do you know why we actually started doing? Before it was just the winner, like the best graduating student. But when we saw that the competition is so much, we needed to like start. We needed to just introduce that because we'll be leaving so much people. Even right now, we are still living. If it's possible to just give everybody award like and badges, we'll do that because they are like, I think at the end of the cohort, we see that a lot of people score 90 something as their cumulative average. That's to tell you how competitive it is. So don't slack. Okay. So um the next thing will be the cash award. I think this for the the overall best graduating student. I think this there has been there are some changes right now. So if you read your student guideline, you will see the value of this has actually increased. So do well to read it to get the current value of this award, right? Then we also have internship referrals. We have a talent pool of black women. So once they are we need companies reach out to us, we'll select from those people who scored very high, and then till we'll go down the in logic it is called first in, first out. Okay, FIFO. So that's that for the internship referrals. And then sometimes you can actually get, like, you can your let's say you're interviewing, right, and you just apply for a job randomly, and then you are required, like you're required to get a recommendation from your training institute or even from a company. We can send in that referral for you. I think we've done it for several people. The recent one was Onye. If you're in product management, you will know her. She applied for a job. They require that she gets a recommendation, and we put in one or two words for her. And if you see the way they were asking us the questions, as if we gave birth to her. So we had to, because Onye was someone that was really outstanding. This is really why you have to be outstanding. If you used to sleep in class, and when it's time for class, that's when something will happen in your village and you have to travel every time. I know things happen, but if it happens every time, you're not always in class, not always, we will not put in words for you, because that would be us staining our white as an organization. Okay, so if you actually are astounding, then we can put in one or two words for you, and then these things can help you get these jobs. Okay. Someone said the network is breaking. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, Gloria. I think the network issues from the other person's end.
Okay, great. Thank you. So so that's all the reward system. That's not really all, but that's like the ones that are very pronounced. Okay. So there are other ones that we will just even give you without knowing. I think I didn't mention the okay, I think I mentioned it. Yes, but these are like the journey, how you're gonna how we are gonna go within this these 3 months. Okay, so I hope I was able to tell you or pass the knowledge to you on how excuse me, on how this learning experience is going to be for you. Believe me. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, so I was having a hiccup. Sorry about that. So this is basically like it, and we expect that um we expect that you actually like, understand these things and go in line with these things that are really important. Some of you might not really understand what we're saying now, but as time goes on, you basically have a clearer image of what I'm saying. But try as much as you can to start right. Right? It's just like when you're in university, how you perform in your first year affects how you get to graduate. Your first year is like one of the most important years in your 4 years or 5 years or 6 years in university. So take these things very important, right? Take them very like serious. And then I really wish you great success. It is not really easy coming out, to say that, oh, I want to, learn tech. I want to be a tech sis. And I really hope that you're not saying it for the vibes. You want to start wearing baggy jeans and, carrying iPhones and MacBooks. Those are there, but those are like not the main thing. The main thing is about you learning something that will be very significant to you and then using it to solving real life problems. Okay, so thank you so much for having me. I'll be handing over to Anne. Hi, Anne.
All right, I'll be signing in for Anne just to wrap up the session. Thank you, Gloria, for the wonderful presentation. Quite a lot of things that Gloria actually shared during her presentation, and basically what you need to know and do during your 3 month stay here at the TechTrailer Academy. So thank you once again for sharing those wonderful tips and nuggets to help us to prepare our mind towards the learning journey we're about to embark on. So just to confirm, everyone can hear me. So I don't have what happened last time to repeat. That I was actually speaking on mute. So if you can hear me, just leave a thumbs up on the chat. Okay, so I'm trying to watch out for the comments on YouTube.
On that shit.
Sorry. Okay. All right. So I believe. Oh, great. Thank you, Omar. Sorry, I didn't. Hope I did not destroy your name. All right. So we have two coaches that we need to introduce. So they're not on the call at the time when we actually had the introduction earlier. So I'm going to call on Coach Fate. Coach Fate, it's in the video editing track. So Coach Fate, if you're on the call, please go ahead and unmute your mic and give us a little brief about you and basically what the students will be looking up to, or basically looking up to in terms of the video editing learning track under your teaching. Coach Fate on the call. Okay, so I'm moving on to the next coach, which we need to introduce the coach from the data analytics track, and his name is Coach. Is it he or she? I'm not so sure. Wofai. Sumadina.
Coach Sumadina, it's a he.
Okay, please let's hear from you. Okay, his name is Victor actually. So let's go.
Yes, Victor. Yes.
Hello guys. Hello guys.
Hi Victor.
Please confirm that you can hear me.
Absolutely, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, first I apologize for joining late. So my name is Victor Somadina. I'm one of the coaches for the data analytics track, where we'll be teaching you guys how to leverage Python as a tool to derive insight from our data, right? I don't want to go into details, but don't worry, I'll meet you all in class, and I promise it will be a fun one. See you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Victor. Okay, just to reconfirm that we have Faith on the call. Faith, are you there? I don't know if you're in the call. Please go ahead and unmute your mic so that way the students can also hear you and also know a little bit about you prior to um, the classes that will be having with you. All right, so I guess Victor is sorry, Faith is actually having a network glitch. So I'm going to call on the assistant academy director, and her name is Happiness. So Happiness, we'd love to hear from you. Please go ahead and take the mic.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Thank you,
I don't know if it's
everybody.
just
Good evening,
me.
everybody. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Please confirm that you can hear me.
Absolutely. Please go ahead. I can hear you.
All right. I'll be walking us through. Okay. I'll be walking us through the.
I think Happiness is having a network glitch. Happiness, just to reconfirm that
Feedback form and about information generally.
Okay.
Okay. The time for your class will be posted on Google Classroom and Slack right few days before the class and on the day of the class. Sorry, Alex, are you talking to me?
Yeah, you actually froze for a few seconds, but you can go ahead
Hello?
now. I can hear you.
Okay, I think I should continue.
Absolutely. Please go ahead. Happiness, if you're speaking, maybe you need to drop off the call and then join back, because I guess the network is not so friendly on your end. So that way we can get the best out of your presentation. Okay, so moving on to the next thing that we'll have on the agenda, that's the Q&A. So this is the Q&A session. Maybe Happiness is going to come after this session. So
Change available at that moment, so the time can change. But apart from
okay. Happiness, I think your network is a bit fuzzy. Maybe you might, if you're hearing me right now, maybe you need to drop off the call and then try to reconnect back, so that way we can get the best from your presentation. So moving on to the Q&A. So this is the moment where we would like to take questions from any of your question, right? So any question you have that you want to ask.
Okay.
Any question you have that you like to ask, please go ahead. You can drop it in the chat, and that way Alex gets a call or read out your question. And then any of the coaches here, if you want to ask, maybe if you want to ask the question directly, if you want to direct the question, sorry, to coach, you can just go ahead and mention the coach. If it's Maggie, for example, which is the lead development coach, you can direct a question to her or to Alex or to Claire. Not sure Claire's on the call. Claire's on the call, but definitely we're here to answer your questions. So please, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat, so that way we can ask, we can answer the questions that any of you may have. Okay, so I can see one in the chat. This is coming from, is it Freda? Please, I would like to know the names of our front end pro development track instructors. Okay, so we actually introduced the coaches earlier, so probably you joining late, but just to recap, Maggie is the lead development coach. So Maggie, please go ahead and you can maybe do a brief or just mention the name of the coaches and the web development track.
Okay, all right. For the pro track, we have Blessing and Emmanuel.
Great. What about the starter track? So that way,
Yeah.
for those who are who would also want to know the names of the coaches in the starter track and also be in the loop?
Okay, yeah. So for the starter track, we have Gifts and we have Jane or Jenna.
Great. Thank you, Maggie. All right. So there's another question in the chat. This is coming from Deborah. It said, "Is Coach Victor the only coach for Data Analytics Pro Track?" Wofi, do you want to take that?
Yes, I'm here.
Please go ahead.
Good evening once again. Okay, so we have three coaches in the Data Analytics Pro track and three coaches in the Data Analytics Starter. So for the Pro track, we have Coach Victor, we have Coach Joshua, and Coach Olamilekan. But Coach Joshua and Olamilekan couldn't make it here this evening. While the first three coaches you met earlier, myself, Coach Ima, and Coach GB are handling the starter track. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Wolfrai. So, Deborah, I believe you're clear on that. So we have Victor, and then we have two more coaches that will be handling the data analytics track. So the next here is Happiness Godfrey. This is not exactly a question, but this is her trying to say something. She said, "I think one challenge I will be facing is not having a laptop. I don't know how well I can do using a phone, but all the same." One second. Okay, but all the same, I'll be using a form, but I'll do my best. Okay, so we have tracks that you can actually use a form to learn. I think that would be the graphic design track, specifically the graphic design track and the video editing track. Those are the tracks that I know that you can use your phone, not just your laptop. You can also use your phone to learn and also carry out some of this some of the activities that will be done, or some of the activities you're also going to learn in that track as well. Okay. Yinka is asking, I would like to ask for data analytics starter track. What are we to expect in the class? I believe during the intro section of the coaches that this was actually mentioned, not exactly the entire thing that you're to expect in the class, but just a brief. So unfortunately, I might not be able to reiterate or go back to that section again, but it's available on YouTube. So after that, you can just go back. We actually did it at the very beginning of this session, so that way you can go back and then rewatch that particular section. Okay, so moving on to the next person. This is Radiant. Please, in regards to product management, should I have a pre-existing tech skill before now? If you're joining the Pro track, you're not required to have a tech skill per se, right? But it might come in handy, but it's not required, because we're taking you through someone who is just starting out, someone who is a beginner, someone who is a newbie. So if you're joining the starter track, for product management or UI UX design or data analytics starter or web development starter, like, it's not required that you should know or learn or have some kind of tech skill prior. So I believe I've answered your question, Radiant. Okay, Uchechi, I believe we've answered this question already about Coach. Okay, this is Coach Faith. Okay, please is Coach Faith the only one taking us on video editing? I'm not sure it's only Coach Faith. I think we have one other coach that will be taking that'll be joining Coach Faith and the video editing track. So I think we'll have two coaches. Yeah. Okay. So next question. This is for Wofi. Please, I'd like to know if it's a must to use system for data analytics data track, if your phone can do it. Like this one, I can answer this one. For the data analytics track, you definitely need a computer, because you're going to be learning things like Microsoft Excel and these applications that are more efficient when you use a laptop, right, than using the mobile phone. So for data analytics track, you are required to have a laptop to be able to get the best part of the learning experience here at HerTechTrail. Okay, Please. So I have to move very fast so that way we can maximize our time. Please, who are the coaches for PM Pro aside Coach Gloria? Okay. Gloria, do you want to take this question? I don't know if Gloria is still on the call. Okay, I don't think Gloria is still on the call.
Okay, yeah, sorry, Alex. For the PM Pro,
Yeah,
we
please go ahead,
have,
Maggie.
yes, Coach Shill, Coach Tolu, okay, and Gloria.
Awesome. Thank you, Maggie, for stepping in. Okay. All right. So,
Alex,
curriculums.
I'm here.
Okay, happiness. Just to confirm, is it happiness? Yura?
Yura.
I'm not
I'm
sure
here,
I
Alex.
mentioned. Okay, yeah, happiness. Just hold on. We're gonna get back to you shortly. Just want to run through the Q&A, quickly. Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next one. Okay. So yeah. So we already have the Google the curriculum already on the Google Classroom. So you can just go to the Google Classroom, and that way you can access the learning curriculum for your track. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to move as fast. Please, when are the student handbook posted as mentioned? So before the learning, the actual learning kickstarts, that will be shared. That is the learning guide will be shared on the Google Classroom, so that way everyone can have access to it. So basically, that will be shared before the end of next week. So before the learning starts, which is the actual learning that's scheduled for the weekend next week. So that will be shared. Yeah. Okay. Google Classroom doing from Google Meet. Yeah, Google Classroom is doing from Google Meet. Google Classroom, it's basically where you get to access your assignments, get to access your recorded videos. Recorded videos for each class will be posted on the Google Classroom, so that way you can have access to it. Assignments will also be graded on Google Classroom. That's also on the Google Classroom. You can get access to your introductory course, and any other announcement that will be made, but either by the coaches, your track, or the learning. That's the academy director, will also be posted on Google Classroom. But the Google Meet basically is the application that we'll be using to have our remote learning, right? Just like right now we're using Google Meet for this session, and we are broadcasting it on YouTube. But from the start of next week, we won't be using YouTube to learn. We'll be using the Google Classroom to learn. So that way, we're all going to be using Google Meet like for our different tracks. So for UI UX, product design, product management, web development, we'll all have our designated Google Meet links for us to join and then learn as well. So they're different. Is it late to do the assignments? Is it late to do the assignment? So this question, you need to write this question to the academy director, that's Anne. So if you're on the Slack channel, this is coming from Anastasia. If you're on the Slack channel, please do out to reach out to Anne, or you can reach out to Happiness on the Slack channel and say, hey Happiness, hey Anne, is it late for me to do my assignment? But I doubt if it's late, but that way it's best you get the clarification from the people in charge. Yeah. Okay, so for graphic design, this is from Osinachi. For graphic design, is it just Canva that we are making use of? The primary tool that will be used for graphic design will be Canva. I know there are other tools that your coaches might want to introduce to you, but the primary tool or learning tool that we'll be using the graphic design track, it's Canva. Okay. All right, so I think I'm almost done. Please, is Excel the only application to be used for data analytics? No, Joyous, Excel is not the only application that will be used. The other application, I think, Tabla, right? If I'm not mistaken. Wofi, please.
Yes. For the data track, we're going to be learning Excel, we'll learn SQL, and we're going to learn Tableau.
Awesome.
Then for the pro track, we'll be learning Python. Yeah. So yes, you actually need a laptop.
Great. All right, thank you, Wofi. So Joyce, I believe you heard Wofi clearly. The other applications, apart from Excel, that you'll be learning data analytics track. So Judy, I already answered this question about the late submission. Reach out to Happiness or to Anne Iziogo. in regards to the submission deadline. If you can have an extension, or if there's an extension that exists for each track per se. Who are the coaches for digital marketing? Is coming from Godfrey Happiness. Okay, do we have any digital marketing coach here? I think we have Lukman. Yeah, we have Lukman. I think the other coaches as well, not just Lukman, the other coaches as well on the marketing, that's digital marketing. So we have about 3 coaches. Yeah. Okay. So when are we getting feedback on the first assignment? So please, feedback will definitely come in before the start of the class, so that way you can make any adjustments, any correction that you need to make to the assignment. And this will be coming from your coaches, right? So just like we have, for each track has like a good number of students, so usually the grading is always a bit slow. I won't say it's slow, it's a bit slow, so that way the coach can get to attend to everyone. So if you're yet to receive feedback for your own submission, just chill. You definitely get your submission graded and also reviewed by your coaches. All right, I believe I've answered this question already. Question, Mr. Alex, please, are you the only one taking product design? And I'm sorry if I'm asking. I thought product design and UI UX are the same thing. Please, I need a clarification. Okay, so Francisca, for now I'm the only one taking the product design track. For the UI UX, we have Coach Claire, and then we'll have Ayomide. These are the 2 coaches that will be taking the UI UX track. So here at HerTechTrail Academy, the UI UX track is more like their starter track or the beginner level, while the product design is more like the advanced level of the design track, specifically the UI UX design track. So product design is more like an advanced level, which Alex will be taking, and then the UI UX design track is more like the starter track. So just like the way we have for web development starter, web development pro, the product design is the pro track of the UI UX design. So I believe I've answered your question. Francisca, Grace is saying, please, what is the time for the live classes Saturday? So the time, we don't have a specific time that each track, we don't have a specific time for all the track, but we have designated time for each track. I don't know if that makes sense. That means for UI UX design, the time could be 3 p.m. West African time for UI UX design on Saturday. Then on Sunday, the time could be 6 p.m. West African time on Sunday. So the same thing with the same thing across different track. So there's a fixed time, but there are cases where those fixed time could be adjusted due to the coach's also the coach unavailability at the time, or maybe emergency. So for data analytics, there's a particular time or designated time for it, and that also will be shared on the Google Classroom. I think Happiness is going to talk more about that in a few minutes. Yeah. Okay. So Jane, my question is related to the previous test, data analytics track. The question number 10 has 10. Okay, so Jane, this is specifically about your assignment. So I'll recommend you direct this question to any of your coaches, either on Google Classroom, so that you can access any of your coach on Google Classroom, and you can also access them on the Slack channel. So you can, and if you don't know any of your coaches, right, you can reach out to Anne Iziogo, or you can reach out to Happiness on Slack and say, hey, Happiness, please, I'd like you to tag my coach, specifically just mention the track, if it's the pro track for data analytics or the starter track for data analytics. Say, please, do you mind tagging the coach for data analytics starter, so that way she can tag the coach for you to reach out to the coach and then ask the question that is tailored to your track in regards to the assignments or to the test that was posted earlier or in the Google Classroom. Okay, so that answer was directed to Jane. Okay. I would like to ask about the starter class. I'll be starting from basic. Yeah, the starter track. This is coming from Ranciola. Hope I did not destroy your name. Pardon me if I did. She's asking if I about the starter track, if it's basically starting from the basic. Yes, all starter track is more like the like say the beginner stage or the learning part, like very beginning. Like we're assuming that you know nothing about this track and we're starting from the very very basic, so that way you get the best part of the learning experience. So all starter track are basically starting from the basics. Okay. Is it late to assignment on? I missed it because okay. So please, like I mentioned, just direct this question. Anastasia, please direct this question to the learning director, that is the academy director, either Anne Iziogo, or you can direct this question to Happiness, the assistant academy director. So that way they can answer your question. They can give you basically the best answer. So Alex might not be the one to give you the best answer right now, but they will definitely give you the best answer if you reach out to them. Okay, I would like to ask about the apps needed for the PC for the analytics. Okay, this will be handled in your intro class. So if you get to watch the intro video, please do well to watch the intro video. I believe this is a question from Yinka Rachel, so please do well to watch the intro video. And if it wasn't mentioned in the intro video, please do well to reach out to any of your coaches, so that way they can let you know the apps that you'll be needing to install prior to the classes that you'll be having with them. Okay. What time is the classes on the weekend? I believe I answered this question already. I thought we were to choose just one answer, but so questions that are tailored to the assignments or to the fitness tests for your learning track, please do well to direct those questions to your coaches, so that way you get the best answer or the right answer, and then you're able to make adjustments or get the clarification that you need per se. Please do not be added to the private Slack channel. Okay, so if you get to be added to the private Slack channel, there's a message or a broadcast on the Google Classroom to say you need to comment your name, your full name, the way it appears on Slack, right? So that way any of the coaches or the learning directors can actually add you to the private Slack channel, right? So there's a post. Just look out for the post on the Google Classroom that mentioned that you need to spell or write out your name in full the way it appears on Slack, so that way you can be added to the private Slack channel. And if you've not yet been added, or if you've commented and you've not yet been added, please do well to exercise some patience, or you can reach out to the learning directors, either Anne Iziogo or Happiness, so that way they can refer back to that post if in case they missed your name, or in case they're yet to carry out that activity. So please do well to reach out to any of them, so that way you can be added to the private Slack channel. Please have not been added. So answer this question already. Please, what's the difference between the Pro Track and the Starter Track? So just like I mentioned, the Pro Track is the advanced level for each of the track, while the Starter Track is the beginner level. So for data analytics or web development or product management, the Starter Track is the beginner level, while the Pro Track is more like the advanced level. Okay. Hi, Coach Alex. Is the laptop required for digital marketing class? Patrick, this is Nazarini. The laptop is required for digital marketing track, because there's some things that, or there's some activity or tasks that you need to carry out that your phone may not be able to carry out those activity or carry out those tasks or enable you to complete those tasks. So a laptop is required for the digital marketing track. Yeah. Okay. So for those who have not been added, please do out to check the Google Classroom and comment your name, so that way you can be added, or reach out to Anne Iziogo or Happiness on Slack. Is there a starter and pro track for UI UX? So like I mentioned, the UI UX is the starter track, while the pro track specifically for the design is product design. So the product design is the pro track from the UI UX aspect of design. Okay, how do we move to the pro track? So for those who are in the starter track for cohort 7, right? I believe this information was shared earlier in the cohort 7 learning track. So you get to fill a form and then you'll be added to the pro track. Yeah, but I think that is changing with the next, going forward to the next cohort. An announcement to be made in regards to that. So for those who are transitioning from the cohort 7 starter track that want to follow their learning in the pro track, do out to reach out to Anne. She's going to give you more information and whatever thing that you need to make that happen. So reach out to Anne is your goal on the Slack channel, or you can reach out to Happiness as well. Okay. I want to ask a question on graphic design so I can get Canvas education vanity for graphic design student. Okay, so this question, please direct this question to your coach so that way they can give you the best and the right answer to clear whatever thing that, basically to give you that clarity that you need, and also the best answer. Yeah, so please do also reach out to any of your coaches either on Google Classroom or on Slack. They'll definitely respond to your questions. Not a question, please. Not being added to the private. So I've mentioned about the private Slack channel. With the Christmas holiday affect our classes? Absolutely, the Christmas holiday is going to affect our classes. This is coming from Raymond Cheesy. So basically, this is it's going to be a holiday season, and it's going to be a time we want to spend with our friends, our families. Like it's going to be a time we want to cool off and more like refresh or to plan for the next year, right? So definitely the Christmas holiday season is going to affect our classes, and more information will be shared around the Christmas break. So please keep an eye on the Slack channel, also on Google Classroom, because that's the channel we'll be sharing more information in regards to any update regarding this shift or change in the learning calendar. Please aside, Slack and Google Classroom, are we still going to update via the WhatsApp group? Okay, so the WhatsApp group will be discontinued after the classes commences. Right, so the WhatsApp group will be decommissioned, right? So the information will be shared on Slack and Google Classroom, not on the WhatsApp. So just to give us that heads up. Thank you, Mercy Flourish, for asking. So we don't have to use Pro Template on Canvas. So Oyidemola, please do out to direct these questions to your coaches. I'm not a graphic design coach, so I may not give you the best answer. But your coaches will do justice to this. Okay. We are asked to comment our names. Okay, someone is actually helping me to answer some of the question. Thank you. Please, what is the difference between the starter track and I've answered this question already. What is the last date to submit the test? I've answered this already. Please reach out to your coaches, not to the coaches. Reach out to the learning directors, Anne is your goal or Happiness. They will give you the best answer. The next, I haven't been added. Okay, I've talked about this already. Okay, so adding to the private Slack channel, deadline for assignment. Okay, I think that's it. Is anyone I'm missing? There's a whole lot, so I can go over this. But I know specifically the important questions were around adding, being added to the private Slack channel, about submission deadline, about like who are the coaches, specifically like what are things that are required for me to submit my assignment. Do I actually need a laptop to continue my learning in a particular track, which you've answered appropriately. So I'm going to be passing the mic to Happiness because of our time. So please, is anyone or any questions that I've not answered, right? If there's any question that I skip, please, because of our time, I may not be able to go through all the questions in the comment. Please do out to direct these questions to Alex. So you can search for Alex on the Slack channel, or you can search for Anne is your goal, or you can search for Happiness, right? You can search for any of us, so that way we can give you the right answer of this this meet time right now, because we're trying to maximize our time to move on to the next and then close this particular session, because we spent over an hour here. So Happiness, I don't know if your network is stable right now. Please go on.
So just before Happiness comes up, thank you so much, Alex.
No
Just
worries.
to add to some of the things I already said. So for you to be added in your Slack on the private Slack channel, in as much as you have also like made sure that your names are the same, also ensure that your profile image is also the same. So the profile image you have on your Google, your Gmail should be the same with that of the Slack. Okay, that way we know that, because two people might be answering the same name. We've seen instances where two people answer one name, the same first name and the same last name. So ensure that your images are the same. So we can use that in cases like that. So that's one. Then secondly, I see a lot of questions around what are you gonna learn? What are you gonna learn? Now, if you go to our website, www.hertechtrail.org/academy, you're gonna see for each track the curriculums are there. So what you're gonna be learning, they're already there. And then for your timetables, the times might differ for classes, for each classes. So you're going to be getting updates on that on or before Monday. The timetables are going to be posted. Okay, so our classes basically between 3 p.m. to like 7 p.m. depending on when your class, like when your coach has decided that okay, this will be your learning time. Although that sometimes that there could be like some updates, and it will always be announced in time, so you get ready for the changes. And then also for the Christmas break, you're going to be learning on the 24th. So from 25th till like 3rd would be like your break. And then for your classrooms, okay, I think I've already said that before. Okay, so just any other question you have, would these are like the core things like that are really important for you to know now, but subsequent questions will definitely be answered on either the Slack channel or on your Google Classroom. Okay, so thank you, and Happiness, please. The stage is yours.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I just want to inform us about the feedback form. Every week, a form will be posted on Slack channel or Google Classroom for you to tell us about how you feel about the learning or your coach or the academy. We would like everyone to partake in this exercise. That is where you pour out your heart on anyhow you feel about any of those things I've mentioned. And this will enable us to serve you better. Okay. One more thing concerning information. Please, let's do well to read information to the end. Most times we see an information posted, we'll read just the first 2 lines and we don't get to the last part of the information, and we come back asking questions based on what has been posted already. I know sometimes the information might be too long. Just take out your time to assimilate it, read it and assimilate it. It might answer the question you already have in your mind. Okay. So these are the 2 things I'll be talking about. Information, read to the end, then do well to participate in the filling of the feedback form, as this will enable us to serve you better. Don't go about complaining. Just write everything you need to let us know in the form. Thank you and happy learning in advance.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Happiness, for that brief info regarding like the feedback form, which is really really important, that we get this feedback from you, those who are learning in this course. So thank you once again, Happiness. All right, so just to reiterate, I'm seeing some questions, and specifically someone who is actually called Alex in the chat. So Agnes, please, if you sent me a message and I'm yet to respond, please do out to leave me a reminder right now, so that way it can resurface, because I get a lot of messages in my DMs, especially on Slack. So please do well to resurface that chat so that way I can answer your question. So just to iterate, yes, we have a laptop support program that is ongoing, and I think the next one would be by Q1 next year. So please keep an eye on the Slack channel. That information will be posted on the Slack channel. And for those who are asking if it's required for for them to add a profile image, yeah, it is necessary that you add a profile image, and I'd say it's mandatory because doing this is more like a back let's say a back check. So during prodigy of the week, so once you want to give out prodigy of the week, one of the things to actually look out for, it's the profile image. So if you have a name on Google Classroom and then you have another name on Slack, it's very difficult for us to be able to get your profile image on Slack, and especially if the names are not matching, right? So in a way, you're also doing yourself by not putting in the right name and the right profile image, because we won't post an avatar of you as the project of the week. So it goes to someone else who is like the second best. So it's also important you do this for your own self. Put the right name that you have on Google Classroom and also on the Slack channel, so that way you don't get to miss out on an opportunity. Let's say if you merge the project of the week and then you have an avatar, a very funny avatar on your Slack profile, we can post that on our social media and say, hey, this is for example Jane Doe, that's the prodigy of the week. We can't post that. So it's expedient, right, that you post the right photo on Slack, one that actually matches one that actually matches the name you have on the Google Classroom, and also the one that matches also the one you have on social media, for example on LinkedIn, so that way people can easily identify it. So if you're giving you accolades from the academy there, for example, and I say Wofi is the, pardon me Wofi for using your name, I can say Wofi is the best grading student or the project of the week in the data analytics pro track, for example, and then the profile image we're showing on our social media and also the name we're showing on social media is different from actually the name she has on her LinkedIn account or Twitter account. People might not be able to really recognize that, oh, it's actually Wofi, right? So somehow it's somehow affecting you if you're deciding not to put your profile or put the correct name that you have or your actual name that you have. So right, so it's expedient you do so that way you make the work very easy for us, and you're also helping yourself in the long run as well. You're also doing yourself you're also doing yourself a favor in the long run. So I believe I've answered that question. So it's not something that we need to debate on. Please do well to add your profile image, the correct profile image. Don't just leave it as a name generated avatar or post maybe a funny avatar on the Slack channel. Except maybe you just want to be in the background, right? But see, tech is something that you don't have to be in the background. Go and ask those who have always been in the background. Nobody knows about them or knows what they're doing. So in a way, put yourself out there, and it starts from putting your profile image and also putting a face to your name, right? So that way people get to know you, people get to identify with you as well. We all know Gloria Ojuku because she has a name, she has a profile. She added a face to her profile or to that name, right? We can actually identify her. Wofi, Maggie, we can all identify these people because there's a photo to the name that they bear, right? It's not some kind of generated avatar, right? So this is Alex talking too much. I believe we're almost done, right? So the next we have on our agenda is closing remarks. So I'm going to push the mic back to Gloria for closing remarks. So Gloria from the core, please go ahead and close the section so that way we can unwind and then prepare for next week.
All right, thank you so much, Alex, and thank you everybody for staying till this point. I think it's been a long time from five. That's like more than 2 hours right now. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you to all our coaches. Thank you to our learners, who have stayed till this point. And I just want to say this. I think I saw someone say on one of the comments that she's scared. Please, you don't need to be scared, right? You don't need to be scared. You're in the right place, and you made one of the best decisions that you have made one of the best decisions in your life so far. After some time, you will get to understand the kind of impact that this would have in your life. Okay, so thank you so much for staying to this time, and this is gonna be like a very fun experience. There's a difference between fun and like vibes. Okay, it's gonna be challenging, I'm not gonna lie to you, but these challenges are things that you can face. We're not gonna give you a drum of water that is bigger than you to carry. Okay, it is something that you can do. There are people who have done it, and they are in a better, like they're in a better position now because of that journey that they went through. So you're also able to do this because we believe that you can do it, and we know from our history that you can do it. Okay, so you're not going to be having a class tomorrow because we want you to cool off, rest. So your classes officially starts from next week Saturday. And then for those of you who have not done your tests, for those of you who have not scored up to 70%, ensure that you do your tests between now and Wednesday so that you can be graded and you can get the free pass to start the cohort officially. Because if you don't score up to 70% in your fitness test, you will not continue with us. Okay. So thank you so much, and do have a great learning experience in the next 3 months. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Gloria. This is where we'll wrap up the session. And thank you, everyone, once again for joining. We're going to call it a day. We'll see you next week. And please do also reach out to.
It's Joel on the
Give me a second. Let me just mute this mic. Let me just mute the music. Sorry. Okay, so do well to reach out to the learning directors, either Happiness or Anne Iziogo on Slack, so that way they can give you or provide the necessary information that you need in regards to some of the questions that we couldn't take here on today's call. So thank you once again, everyone. Hope to see the product designers next week during live classes. All right, so that's all from my end. Do take care, everyone, and have a good one.
Purchase your tracks today. It's Joel on the bed. Purchase your tracks today. It's Joel on the bed.